No kidding.
So you still have faith and confidence in the team?
I do, yeah, sure.
How long have you been a Mizzou fan?
27 years.
We are still following breaking news after the University of Missouri likely loses the top recruit in the nation, at least for this season.
Michael Porter Jr. announced he's having surgery today, and I'll have the details on his injuries in just a moment. But first, our team coverage starts with ABC 17 Sports Director Andrew Kaufman. And Andrew, tell us what you're hearing.
Yeah, Michael Porter Jr. had back surgery this afternoon out in Dallas, Texas. The projected recovery time is about 3 to 4 months, which means he'll likely miss this entire season. The good news is NBA players have had the same surgery and they've been able to make a full recovery. The former Tolen star played just 2 minutes in the Tigers' season opener against Iowa State. He scored 2 points, and it's unclear if he'll ever score again in a black and gold uniform. At the beginning of the year, NBA scouts projected Porter Jr. as a top 5 pick in next year's NBA draft. Now, we still don't know how Porter Jr. hurt himself, but a team spokesman told us he tweaked his hip during pregame warm-ups before the Iowa State game on November 10th. Porter Jr. posted a message to his fans on his Instagram this afternoon. Consider it a pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. He concluded with, I'll be back. Now let's send it out to ABC 17's Deborah Kendrick. And Deborah, you spoke with some Mizzou fans earlier today. I can only imagine how they're feeling right now.
Yeah, Andrew, I talked to about half a dozen people, and unfortunately for most of them, I had to break them the sad news about what happened with the announcement today. But of course, as we could all expect, the reaction was everyone was pretty sad, but a lot of people understood why they had to take this precaution. And of course, they want Michael Porter Jr. to be better. And if he does return, they want him to be better than ever. Now, here's just a reaction of one of the people that I spoke with when I broke the news. Michael Porter Jr. will not be playing the rest of the season.
What are you saying? For real? Absolutely. He's not going to be playing at all no more? Wow. I'm a Mizzou fan. You know what I'm saying? I ride him out. I'm a ride or die fan.
Coming up on ABC 17 News tonight at 9 and 10, I'll be looking and seeing if this is affecting any sort of ticket sales or resales, and of course what more fans are saying and how this will affect the program in the future. Reporting live here on Mizzou Arena, Deborah Kendrick, ABC 17 News.
We do lots of big things. This is the absolute smallest thing that we do.
New at 6 tonight, that is what surgeon and professor Dr. Ted Choma at MU Orthopedics Institute says about the procedure Michael Porter Jr. had done in Texas today. Choma told me it's basically done for a herniated disc. He also says it's a very common procedure and done about 100 times a year at the Orthopedic Institute at the university. He also says after most of his patients have this exact procedure done, they pretty much go back to everyday activities like driving. However, he does say they are not going back to high-performance activities like college basketball. One thing he did point out about this particular surgery is it isn't the first thing that's actually recommended for patients with a herniated disc. Coming up at 9 and 10 tonight, you'll hear directly from him about what is typically recommended to come first before surgery.
And reaction is still coming in right now. We'll bring you all the new comments and updates on Michael Porter Jr. at both 9 and 10 and also online at abc17news.com.
Well, we had that temperature drop today. You could feel that colder air as it was moving in, and that's going to be the case the next few days. We drop, and then we warm up, and then we drop again. So we're going to have some very fluctuating temperatures. Here are the weather headlines as we head through the Thanksgiving week. It's going to be a cold day tomorrow, but dry. Temperatures, however, start to rebound, giving us more seasonal temperatures for Thanksgiving, and pretty comfortable weather, actually, as we head into Black Friday, as we make it into the 60s. And it does continue to be dry, so there won't be any rain or snow or anything to cause any issues. Right now, it's 36 at Moberly and down to 36 at Paris. There's that colder air as it's working its way in from the north. You can see those mid-40s still in our southern counties. So as that north wind continues tonight, that's going to bring our temperatures down this evening through the 30s. But the problem is the breeze is going to make it feel a lot colder. That icy breeze at 10 o'clock, giving us a wind chill of 20 with a temperature of 31. But it is clear tonight. And tomorrow we'll get off to a bright start. Temperatures in the morning at 22 22 degrees, a lot colder. A very crisp morning here for your Wednesday, and then we only reach the low 40s. So certainly a day to grab the heavier coat tomorrow, as those wind chills in the morning are going to be in those teens. It's going to feel a lot colder. So we do have the clouds. They pushed out of here. The front has moved through. The colder air is building into the area. Higher pressure to the north is giving us a north breeze, and look at how clear it is all the way out to the west and north. So we're in for some good weather for your Thanksgiving. Here's a breakdown of Thanksgiving Day with temperatures in the morning in the 30s, reaching the low 50s in the afternoon. So just plan on a cool but very nice afternoon. The wind not too strong. That wind, however, does pick up Friday. So if you're shopping, you may notice that breeze blowing things around a little bit. But it's going to be warmer. The morning will be a little cool. 36 degrees at 5 in the morning Friday, but by 3 we're up to 63 degrees. So that's some pretty good weather for this time of year. And what's also nice is November typically is one of our cloudiest months of the year. We're seeing a lot of sunshine, and that trend is going to continue as we head into next week. The first chance of rain doesn't come until Tuesday.
A teenager is now charged, accused of shooting at a car full of people for snitching on him. Police confirmed 18-year-old Anquan Glover followed another car before jumping out and then firing at 1:30 this morning. That's firing a gun. They later saw the suspect's car drive by the Quick Trip and pulled it over past the connector on Eastwood Drive. A passenger was also arrested for having 29 grams of marijuana in a backpack. Officers found at least 16 shell casings at the Greens apartment complex. A gun was found on the golf course nearby.
3 teens are also charged after police say they robbed the McDonald's in North Columbia. Today we got new charges for Alexander Lovin, who's accused of driving up to the window while Javion Swope grabbed the money from the register. Jaden Rother was a passenger. The cashier tried hitting the suspects, but they got away with more than $300 in cash, we're told. We checked, and Lovin and Swope are still in jail.
We have new pictures tonight from the scene of a car fire in East Columbia. It was the first time crews got to use the department's new Quint 3 fire unit. The flames were quickly put out on the Valley View Drive this afternoon off of Old 63 between Broadway and Stadium.
Still to come on ABC 17 News at 6, where the news comes first.
We have details about a battle over a state board. Find out why Governor Greitens failed to replace Missouri's top education officials.
And at 6:30, catch our ABC 17 Storm Track Winter Weather Special. We'll hear Sharon's long-range forecast to see if this year, how it rates to 2016. That's coming up at 6:30.
You're watching ABC 17 News at 6 on KMIZ, where the news comes first. With Ashley Strohmeyer, Joey Parker, Andrew Kaufman, and ABC 17 Storm Track Chief Meteorologist Sharon Ray.
A battle over the State Board of Education is far from over.
Today, Governor Eric Greitens appointed a new member less than an hour before they discussed firing the current Education Commissioner, Margie Vandeven. Now, despite the last-minute replacement, that vote ended up failing. 4-4 tie. Superintendents from all over Missouri came to show their support. They tell us the circumstances are unusual because the governors never had the opportunity to appoint a majority, 5 out of 8 board members. From now until December 1st, the next public board meeting, the legalities will most likely be reviewed.
And that we can all step back and embrace the language that we adopted as a state in 1945 to protect our children and their education from partisan politics.
Some people also claim it's unconstitutional for the governor to appoint 3 different people to one position.
Boone County is looking at a lean budget year.
The auditor is only projecting 1% revenue growth across the board and says the county should expect flat or even declining sales tax. ABC 17's Sarah Master-Donar joins us in the studio with a look at what it could mean for the county budget. And Sarah, some things might get cut.
Right, Joey, it's the same story, a different day. The county faces the same issues as the city of Columbia and local governments across the country. Untaxed internet sales are really hitting them hard.
I think we've been able to accomplish some really good things in the 2018 budget, but the future looks, yeah, suck it in because your belt's going to get tight.
This year, County Auditor June Pitchford said she had several priorities for the $80 million budget. Here they are. There were only 3 new positions added: a deputy public administrator, an assistant prosecuting attorney, and a new evidence custodian for the sheriff's department, even though the sheriff wanted to add a few other positions too. Pitchford also wanted to make sure things like equipment upgrades remain funded. There is only one fee increase, and it's for food handlers, and there's no changes to property tax levies. But the main takeaway from this year's budget is that there's going to be more challenges ahead due to the sales tax revenue taking a hit. Pitchford says potential consequences could be increasing fees and property tax rates or pressure to reduce services. Despite the failure of the use tax, Pitchford recommended educating voters and putting the question to them again, and commissioners say they agreed.
We have a lot of work to do in terms of if the citizens of Boone County want to continue receiving the services that they think are valuable, including public safety, we're going to have to address the revenue issue in county government.
The proposed budget is in its entirety on our website, abc17news.com, and so are all the dates of the 3 public hearings, the first of which is next week.
Sarah, thank you. The commissioners could approve the budget as early as December 19th.
Well, the colder air is moving in, but it continues to be dry here. But other parts of the country will see some effects from the rain and snow for the holiday travel. I'll show you where coming up.
You're watching ABC 17 News at 6 on KMIZ, where the news comes first.
Well, for everybody out and about tonight, I'm sure a lot of people are doing that last-minute grocery shopping because you do not want to wait until tomorrow, I don't think.
No way.
It always seems, though, no matter how well you prepare, there's always that one thing.
Gotta go back and get it and fight the crowd.
Yeah, I always forget the cranberries. I think there are 2 in our family that actually like cranberries, me and my son, so that's it. Anyway, I don't know about you guys, but we had some pretty nice weather today. It did cool down. We are going to see that colder air tonight, but it certainly won't last long. We are down to 40 degrees in Columbia right now at Joe Machens, 40 degrees at Pre-Owned, and that wind chill is being noticed tonight with that breeze that's picked up today. The wind chill in Sedalia right now is at 30 degrees, so feeling a little cold out there with our beautiful crescent moon in the sky right now and our clear skies. We're going to have lots of sunshine again tomorrow. Here's the out-the-door forecast for Wednesday as temperatures start off cold in the morning into those low to mid-20s, the wind chills in the upper teens to start the day, and then as we head through the day, we'll see those temperatures slowly climbing into the lower 40s. It's just going to stay cold tomorrow, though, and we'll see that breeze, though, dying down through the afternoon. Thanksgiving looks good. We're looking at temperatures reaching into the lower 50s, and Thanksgiving night down to about 35, so plenty of sunshine for the holiday, and the next day is just as nice. In fact, a little bit warmer for Black Friday. How often do we get a stretch of weather like this right around the holidays, and such good travel weather, too? You can see for Black Friday, we started 36 degrees at 5 in the morning, making it into the lower 60s. A mild but breezy afternoon, so it will be on the cool side, though, as you head out early if you're going to get those early morning deals. Holiday travel. Most of the nation is looking at some pretty quiet weather. The central, southwest, south, looking dry and good for travel, but there is going to be rain in Florida, some lake effect snows in the farther northern states here on and off. Some light snow possible Wednesday in northern Minnesota. The area that's going to continuously get hit is the northwest. Lots of rain, heavy rain, and periods of high mountain snows there as well. I can put this into motion and show you Wednesday. There's that little bit of snow to the north. Otherwise, look how quiet it is here. Meanwhile, we're going to watch for a little bit of some snow showers in the northeast, far upper state New York. None of this is going to be heavy or cause big travel problems, maybe just enough to cause a few slick roadways. But overall, I think most of you, if you have flight plans the next day or two, you're going to have some good luck there. The Pacific Northwest, though, is again getting hit the hardest. The weekend forecast for us, lots of sunshine is in that forecast. It's a cooler day Sunday with 48, and then next week we drop again. Sunday's cooler at 48. Next week, we make it near 50. Hey, we have a slight chance of rain. Boy, could we use that next Tuesday.
All right, Sharon, thanks so much.
We have some breaking news to tell you about now about a car crash in North Columbia.
Our crews just got to the scene. It's at Range Line and Brown School Road. This is a live look at the scene right now. It was reported about 30 minutes ago. Deputies and firefighters are there, and it appears it involves more than one vehicle. But of course, we will always keep you updated as we learn more about any injuries or a possible cause.
As we've been telling you, the Mizzou basketball team took a huge blow today.
ABC 17 Sports Director Andrew Kaufman tells us what Michael Porter Jr.'s injury means for the Tigers moving forward next in sports.
Here's the Mid-America Mortgage Rate Report. Call 573-875-1100 for your home loan or to refinance today. Mid-America Mortgage. Sports Zone starts now. Sponsored by U.S. Cellular.
Michael Porter Jr. had back surgery this afternoon in Dallas, Texas. The projected recovery time is about 3 to 4 months, which means he is likely out the entire season. The good news is NBA players have had the same surgery, and they've been able to make a full recovery. The former Tolton star played just 2 minutes in the Tigers season opener against Iowa State. He scored 2 points, and it's unclear if he'll ever score again in a black and gold uniform. At the beginning of the year, NBA scouts projected Porter Jr. as a top 5 pick in next summer's NBA draft. We still don't know exactly how Porter Jr. hurt himself, but a team spokesman told us he tweaked his hip during pregame warm-ups before the Iowa State game on November 10th. Now, Porter Jr. posted a message to his fans on Instagram this afternoon. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. He concluded with, I'll be back. Mizzou basketball coach Cuonzo Martin released this statement. Our top priority as a program is the well-being of our student athletes, so Michael beginning this process to be 100% healthy is important to all of us. Our focus has been on Michael's well-being. Just like every other player in our locker room, we will continue to work every day to build Mizzou basketball into a program to be proud of. We're preparing now for a trip that is a tremendous opportunity. I'm excited to get after it in Orlando. So now the question becomes, will Michael Porter Jr. come back for his sophomore season, or will he go pro? ESPN's Jeff Goodman is reporting multiple NBA general managers say that as long as Porter's back checks out come June, he's still likely a top 5 overall pick in the NBA draft. And if he does go pro, it'll continue a trend of a not-so-good list. As Power Mizzou's Gabe DeArmond pointed out on Twitter, Mizzou has had 3 #1 recruits in school history. All 3 have not panned out. In football, Tony Van Zandt hurt his knee before getting to campus. Of course, recently, Dorial Green Beckham was kicked off of the football team after 2 seasons, and now Michael Porter Jr. just played 2 minutes and scored 2 points. Well, as gloomy as it seems for Mizzou fans right now, the season is just beginning, and the Tigers still have a lot of talent. Mizzou is 3-1 after its win over Emporia State last night. Up next, Mizzou will travel to Orlando for the Advocare Invitational. The Tigers will play Long Beach State on Thursday at 10:30 a.m. Junior forward Kevin Purrier says these next few weeks will be crucial for the team.
I think we've hit a couple bumps as far as, playing this game. We didn't really play as well as we could have. Now it's just time for us to buckle down and come together. I mean, this is the most important time for us to come together as a team. We're human. We got to learn. There's a lot of things that we need to learn along the way, and it's a process. We know that, and we're going to continue to work hard every single day and continue to pull the best out of each other.
And that's a look at sports.
All right, Kaufman, thank you.
Well, we don't want this to happen to you, but you're going to want to stick around. Our ABC 17 Storm Track Winter Weather Special is coming up.
And Sharon will have her long-range forecast for the season to see how this year compares to the past years.
And so far, this season is quiet. Take a look at those temperatures the next 7 days. We don't have any rain or snow in the forecast. Maybe a little rain next Tuesday, but even that's just a small, a very tiny amount. And we're also going to see a lot of ups and downs in temperatures, but the weather pattern will change, and we know winter's coming. So if you stay tuned, we'll let you know the changes I'm seeing. A lot of differences from last year to this year. And you'll also get a preview of a sneak peek back at last year's ice storm and a preview of what to expect this year.
I love the Winter Weather Special. Thank you, Sharon.
You're welcome.
Thanks for joining us.